Hi children. So in the previous session we discussed about food deficiency diseases, so which are also called malnutrition. In this class I'm going to explain about vitamin deficiency diseases. Okay, the vitamins are organic substances so that are very essential for conducting of different life processes in our body. Okay, so these vitamins are essential for growth and development of the body because our body shows different kind of metabolic activities, so either anabolisms or catabolisms. So these metabolic activities are needed, so different vitamins. Okay, so the vitamins are organic substances so which are essential for the body for its growth and development. Okay. Actually the nutrients are mainly divided into the micronutrient and macronutrients. So every day we take the different kinds of food material, so like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and etc. Okay, so whenever, so we take the food material, so we take a large quantity of the food. For example, if we take the rice, so large quantity of the rice, or 1 cup 2 cup of rice we eat every day. So similarly whatever the dal or vegetables, okay, so we eat a large quantity, so the nutrients are required in a large quantity, those are called as macronutrients. So our body required a large quantity of the carbohydrate, so that's why the carbohydrate is in a macronutrient. So the micronutrient means, so the body needs so very small quantity of the nutrient, so those nutrients are called micronutrients. So here the vitamins are micronutrients. So which means, so the body need very minute quantity of the vitamins. Okay. So but how do we get the vitamins? So actually the vitamins organic substances which are not synthesized in our body. Okay. So these vitamins are, so especially, so we get these vitamins from the two ways. Okay, so that's why the sources of vitamins to our body in a two ways. One is our diet. Okay, so we eat different kind of the food material, so from the food materials, so most of the vitamins are entering our body. And the second one is, so our small intestine system. Okay, so especially the small intestine system that contain intestinal bacteria. So these intestinal bacteria releases some vitamins in our body. So that's why the sources of vitamins in our body in a two ways. One is from diet, second one is from intestinal intestinal bacteria. So now the based on the water solubility or solubility nature, the vitamins are mainly divided into the two types. The first one is a water soluble vitamin. First one is a water soluble vitamin, and second one is a fat soluble vitamin. Okay, so if you see that the BC, the B complex vitamin and vitamin C is in a water soluble because of these two vitamins are soluble in water. Okay, and A, D, E and K, so these are fat soluble vitamins. Okay, because of these vitamins are mainly soluble in the fat. Okay, based on the solubility nature, the vitamins are differentiated into two types. One is water soluble vitamin, second one is fat soluble vitamin. The B and C, so these are water soluble vitamins. A, D, E and K, these are fat soluble vitamin. Okay, so now, so the vitamin B and C, so these are water soluble vitamins. So actually the B vitamin, so it is in a complex vitamins. So B vitamins is in a complex vitamins. So there are many number of the vitamins are there in the B complex. Okay, so the first one is in a thiamine. Okay, so vitamin B1, so chemically it is called thiamine. Okay, so the thiamine resources is cereals, oil seeds, vegetables, milk, meat, fish, and eggs. Okay, so if you are suffered with a vitamin deficiency of the thiamine, so it leads to the formation of beriberi disease. Beriberi disease. So the symptoms of the beriberi disease is vomitings, fits, loss of appetite, difficulty in breathing, paralysis. Okay, so the loss of appetite means, okay, so the person who wants to eat very less amount of the food. Okay, so the nothing but it is called as a loss of appetite. Okay, so in a normal person, so actually eat in a good amount of the food. So but the persons who are suffered with the beriberi disease, so they don't want to eat more amount of the food material. So that's why, so this is called a loss of appetite. Now coming to the second, that is riboflavin. So the vitamin B12 so is called as riboflavin. Yet the resources of the riboflavin is milk, eggs, liver, kidneys, green leafy vegetables. Okay, so if we deficient with the riboflavin, so the disease is a glossitis. Okay, we can easily identify the riboflavin deficiency. So that is mainly the red and sore tongue, the red and sore tongue, and mouth cracks at the corner. So one more symptom is photophobia and scaly skin. If the photophobia means, so the photo means light, phobia means, yeah, fear. Okay, the photophobia, if a person see the light, automatically he feared about the light. Now coming to the next vitamin in B complex, that is B3. Okay, chemically it is called as niacin. Niacin. So the resource material is kidney, liver, meat, egg, fresh and fish and oil seeds. Okay, yeah, the disease is in a pellagra disease. Okay, so actually the pellagra is in a skin related disease. Okay, so that's where the symptoms are dermatitis, diarrhea, loss of memory, and scaly skin. Scaly skin. Okay, next vitamin, that is in a B6, chemically it is called pyridoxine. Okay, so which is available in cereals, oil seeds, vegetables, milk, meat, fish, egg, and liver. Okay, the deficiency disease is anemia. Okay, so the symptoms are here hyperirritability and nausea, vomiting, and fits. Okay, now coming to the most important vitamin B complex, that is cyanocobalamin. So the B12 is chemically called as cyanocobalamin. So actually the above vitamin B1, B2, B3 and B6, so which are available in the different kinds of plants and animal food. But the cyanocobalamin, so the resource of the cyanocobalamin is mainly synthesized by the bacteria that present in our intestine system. Okay, so already I told you the vitamins are getting by the body in a two ways. One is our from diet and second one is the bacteria associated with the intestine. Okay, so these intestinal bacteria that synthesize the cyanocobalamin B12 vitamin in our body. So the deficiency disease is pernicious anemia. Okay, the symptoms are here lean and weak and less appetite. Less appetite. Now coming to the next B complex vitamin, that is folic acid. Folic acid. So the resources are liver, meat, eggs, milk, fruit, cereals, leafy vegetables. Okay, the deficiency disease is also anemia. Okay, the diarrhea, loss of leukocytes. Leukocyte means white blood cells, and intestinal mucus problems. These are the symptoms for the deficiency of the folic acid. Okay, now coming to the next vitamin. So that is in a pantothenic acid. The resources for the pantothenic acid is sweet potatoes, groundnuts, vegetable liver, kidney, and egg. Okay, the deficiency disease is here burning feet. Okay, the symptoms are here walking problems and sprain. Okay, now coming to the lost vitamin B complex, that is in a biotin. Okay, especially it is available in pulses, nuts, vegetables, liver, milk, and kidney. Yeah, the deficiency diseases are nerve disorders. Symptoms are fatigue, mental depressions, and muscle pains. Okay, so these all are vitamin B complex. Okay, the B1 which is called thiamine, B2 riboflavin, B3 niacin, B6 pyridoxine, B12 cyanocobalamin, and folic acid, pantothenic acid, biotin. Okay, so these all are B complex vitamins. So all vitamins in the B complex is available from the different kind of the food material except B12, that is cyanocobalamin, so which is synthesized in our intestine with the help of bacteria, symbiotic bacteria. Okay, remaining all are available in the food material. Okay, now coming to the one more water soluble vitamin, that is vitamin C. Okay, the vitamin C chemically called as ascorbic acid. Okay, so actually the vitamin C is only available in the plant food material. So that is green leafy vegetable, citrus fruits, and germinated seeds. Nothing but it is sprouts. Okay, so the resources for the ascorbic acid or vitamin C is only the plant food material. So if we are suffered with an vitamin C are deficient with a vitamin C, so the disease is a scurvy. So here the symptoms are delay in healing of wounds and fractures of bones. Okay, so the vitamin C especially involves in the cure of wounds and development of the bones. Okay, so if you are deficient with the vitamin C, so it is delay in healing of wounds and fracture of the bones. Okay, so these vitamins are mainly water soluble vitamins and their deficiency diseases and symptoms are discussed here. Okay, now we're going to the next slide that mainly contain fat soluble vitamin. So already I told you, so the vitamins which are soluble in the fats. So that is mainly A, D, E and K. So the chemically vitamin A is called retinol. Okay, so the resources for the retinol here: leafy vegetables, carrot, tomato, pumpkin, papaya, mango, meat, fish, egg, and etc. etc. Okay, so if we are suffered with a vitamin A, so especially eye and skin disorders are happen. Okay, regarding to the eye, the night blindness is one of the symptom, and xerophthalmia and cornea failure. Okay, so these three are symptoms for the eye and scaly skin. So it is a skin disease. Okay, now coming to the calciferol. So vitamin D is chemically called as calciferol. So you remember here calciferol, nothing but it is a calcium. Okay, the calcium is a very important element to form the bones in our body. Okay, that's why these calcium minerals are mainly available in the food, that is liver, egg, butter, cod liver oil, short liver oils, and morning sun rays. So especially the calciferol, vitamin D, so it is mainly available in the animal food. So if it is deficient, so the disease name is rickets. Okay, so the symptoms are improper formation of the bones, knock knees, swollen wrist, delayed dentition, and weak bones. Okay, because of the bones are especially made up of the calcium mineral. Okay, if the calcium is deficient, so the bone related problem occur in our body. Now coming to the vitamin E, chemically called as tocopherol. So which is available in fruits, vegetables, germinating seeds, meat, egg, and sunflower oil. Okay, so actually the tocopherol, so which is also called as anti-sterility vitamin. Okay, so that's why the deficiency disease is a fertility disorders. Okay, so if you are suffered with a vitamin E, so it leads to the sterility in males, abortion in females. Sterility in males, abortion in females. So these are the symptoms in deficiency of the vitamin E. And final vitamin, that is vitamin K, so which is chemically called phylloquinone. Phylloquinone. So which is mainly available in the greeny leafy vegetables and milk. Okay, so the deficiency disease is in a blood clotting. Okay, so if you are suffered with a deficiency of the phylloquinone, so it leads to the formation of delay in blood clotting or over bleeding. So if you are suffered with any injury, so the blood bleeded from that particular place 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so if you are having a phylloquinone vitamin sufficiently in your body, automatically the blood is clotted. Okay, so if you are deficient in vitamin K, so the over bleeding takes place from that wound. Okay, so this is the phylloquinine. So the deficiency disease is blood clotting. Blood clotting. Okay, so these are the fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins. Okay, now going to the last slide. So the questions here. They explain the different types of malnutrition. I already explained in the previous. So the types of malnutrition are kwashiorkor, marasmus, and obesity. And here tabulate the water soluble vitamins with sources and symptoms and diseases. Okay, so just draw on a table and write the water soluble vitamin. The water soluble vitamins are B and C, and write the resources and symptoms and diseases in a tabular form. And then tabulate the fat soluble vitamins with sources and symptoms and diseases. And final, the prepare a questionnaire to know about more about the vitamins. Okay, so these are the four questions you write in your book. Thank you.